You've heard that an elimination diet might help your pet. Maybe your vet mentioned it. Maybe you read about it somewhere online. But nobody has actually told you how to do it. What to feed, for how long, what to look for, and how not to mess it up. Until now. This is your complete step-by-step guide on how to run an elimination diet for your dog or cat. Now, an elimination diet is the gold standard for identifying food sensitivities in pets, and in people for that matter. The concept is really simple. You strip the diet down to a bare minimum, one protein and one carbohydrate that your pet has never been exposed to, and hold there long enough for the immune system to calm down and the gut to begin healing. Then you introduce foods one at a time and observe the response. This works because food sensitivities involve what's called cumulative immune burden. By removing the triggers and giving the body a clean slate, you can clearly see what's causing the reaction. It's not complicated in theory. The execution is where most people need support, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. A novel protein is one your pet has never, ever eaten before. This is critical. The most common proteins in commercial pet foods are chicken, beef, salmon, turkey, and pork. If your pet has ever eaten any of these, even in a treat or a flavored supplement, this can't be your elimination protein. Good novel protein options include rabbit, venison, duck, if they've never truly had it, kangaroo, alligator, bison, or a novel fish could even be substituted. Pair this with a single, simple carbohydrate if your pet needs it. Sweet potato is a good choice for most dogs. Or skip the carbohydrate entirely and do a meat-only elimination, which I often prefer for cats. One protein, one carb maximum. That's the whole diet for the trial period. No exceptions. Now, this is where most elimination diets fail, and I want you to know this up front so it doesn't happen to you. People change the food, but they forget about everything else. Here's what has to go for the duration of the trial. All treats, even if they seem healthy and natural. All dental chews, all flavored supplements. Your fish oil capsule made from salmon if salmon isn't your chosen protein. All flavored medications, if at all possible. Check with your vet about unflavored alternatives. And all topicals your pet might lick. Some flea preventatives, ear cleaners, and shampoos all can contain food-derived ingredients. I cannot emphasize this enough. One accidental exposure can reset the immune clock. The elimination diet is only as clean as its weakest link. Yes, it feels extreme, and it is extreme, and it's absolutely worth it to get accurate information. Most sources will tell you that 6 to 8 weeks is the minimum. If you've got a chronic, long-standing sensitivity issue with your pet, I would recommend 10 to 12 weeks. And here's why. IgG-mediated reactions can take weeks to fully clear from the system. The gut lining takes time to heal. If you assess too early, you may not see full resolution of symptoms, and you might incorrectly conclude that the diet isn't working, when actually you just needed more time. Week 2 to 3 is often the hardest. Symptoms can temporarily worsen as the body starts to clear the excess out, and this is normal. It's a part of the process. Do not quit here. You start watching for improvement around week 4 to 6. By week 8 to 10 in most cases, you have a clear picture of how this pet responds without their triggers. I know 10 to 12 weeks feels like forever when your pet is uncomfortable, but it's far better than spending years managing symptoms that never actually resolve. So, the important thing is to keep a daily log. I know it sounds like homework, but this log becomes invaluable when you start reintroduction because you need a clear baseline to compare against. Here's what to track every day. Stool consistency and frequency, skin and coat appearance, ear condition and smell, paw licking or chewing, energy level, mood and behavior, appetite, any vomiting or regurgitation. You don't need anything fancy. A notes app on your phone works perfectly. A sentence or two a day is enough. Inside the member circle, I have tracking templates that make this really easy. If you're already a member, it's in the resource library. Once you've hit your minimum timeline and symptoms are meaningfully improved, you begin reintroduction. And this is actually one of the most important and informative parts of the whole process. Add one new food every 10 to 14 days, not a week, every 10 to 14 days. You need enough time for there to be a delayed immune response if it's going to show up. If a reaction occurs, increased scratching, ear flare, soft stool, behavioral shift, energy crash, that food goes on the sensitivity list. Remove it or wait for symptoms to clear, then move to the next food. If there's no reaction after 10 to 14 days, that food is likely tolerated well, and you continue to the next. Work through proteins first, then carbohydrates. This process can take several months, but you must be patient. What you can end up with is a complete picture of what your pet can and cannot eat, which is genuinely life-changing for you and them. You go from guessing to knowing, and knowing is everything. I know it feels like a lot, and the truth is, it is a lot to navigate alone. That's why I built the Woof Nutrition member circle, so you don't have to figure this out by yourself. I walk members through elimination diets in our live Q&As, provide the tracking templates, and help you interpret exactly what you're seeing. The link to join us is in the description below. In the next video, we're going to dive into senior pet nutrition because older pets deserve so much more than what conventional medicine typically offers them. I can't wait to share that with you. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.